Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we dive into something that is not just about politics, but about the heart of society itself. President Cyril Ramaphosa recently co-chaired a major event that placed its entire focus on women and children, a move that has already sparked conversations, debates, and a lot of reactions both in South Africa and internationally. This was not your ordinary political gathering. This was an event aimed at shining a spotlight on some of the most pressing issues affecting women and children, issues like poverty, inequality, safety, healthcare, and empowerment. And while it might sound like another fancy conference with speeches and applause, what really matters is whether it translates into action. That's what we are here to unpack today, and trust me, you want to stay with me until the very end. And before we go deeper, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now, because on this channel we keep you updated on politics, power, and the real stories shaping our future. Now, let's talk about why this event was so important. In South Africa, and many parts of the world, women and children often bear the brunt of inequality. They are the most affected by poverty, by unemployment, and by violence. Ramaphosa, co-chairing this event, wanted to make it clear that this is not just a side issue, but a core issue. He emphasized that the empowerment of women is not just about giving women opportunities, but about reshaping the economy, reforming laws, and transforming society as a whole. And when you look at the statistics, you realize why this is urgent. Gender-based violence is still one of the biggest crises in the country, and the vulnerability of children, especially in poor communities, remains alarming. So when Ramaphosa stands on an international stage and speaks about women and children, it's not just symbolic, it's a call to action. What made this event stand out is the fact that it wasn't just about leaders speaking to leaders. It brought in activists, young people, organizations, and those who work on the ground with women and children every single day. That's where the real stories come from. The mothers who fight daily to put food on the table. The children who still walk long distances to school. The young women who struggle for equal opportunities in education and jobs. Ramaphosa used this platform to highlight programs that South Africa is pushing forward, including education initiatives, economic empowerment projects, and stronger legal frameworks to protect women and children. But of course, the question always lingers, will all these promises and speeches turn into something real? Or is this another talk shop? And that's where things get interesting. Critics argue that while Ramaphosa speaks strongly at these events, back home South Africa still battles with poor implementation of policies. For example, the government has rolled out campaigns against gender-based violence, but many survivors still don't get justice because of weak policing or slow courts. Child protection programs exist, but many kids still go hungry or drop out of school. So yes, the speeches are inspiring, but South Africans are demanding proof on the ground. Still, there's something powerful about bringing global attention to these issues. Because when the world is watching, leaders feel the pressure to deliver. And Ramaphosa knows his credibility depends on not just words, but results. What you have to admire though is that Ramaphosa did not shy away from admitting how big the challenges are. He acknowledged that more needs to be done and that governments alone cannot fix these problems. He called on the private sector, civil society, and ordinary citizens to get involved. He spoke about partnerships, innovation, and breaking old systems that keep women and children disadvantaged. It was a message of urgency, but also of hope. A message that change can happen if everyone plays their part. And that's where this event became not just about politics, but about humanity. Now, imagine this, if real investments go into supporting women-owned businesses, into giving girls proper education, into protecting children from abuse and exploitation, the ripple effect would transform entire communities. Empowered women raise stronger families. Protected children become healthier adults. It's not just charity, it's the foundation for a stronger country and economy. That's why this event, though it might sound like another high-level gathering, actually carries huge weight. Because if leaders take it seriously, it could spark the kind of action South Africa and many other countries desperately need. But let's also be honest here, people are tired of promises. They want results. And that's where we as citizens come in. We need to hold leaders accountable. We need to ask, where is the funding going? Are the programs really reaching the poor? Are the police actually protecting victims of violence? Are children really being given better opportunities? These are the questions that must follow an event like this. And this is why platforms like ours matter, because we will keep unpacking these issues, keeping the spotlight where it belongs, and making sure the promises don't just fade into thin air. So, what do you think? Do you believe Ramaphosa's co-chairing of this event will really change things for women and children? Or do you think it's just another speech for international audiences while things stay the same at home? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now, because we are not stopping here. We are going to keep digging deeper into the stories that matter, the stories that others may not cover in full detail. Hit that like button too, because the more you engage, the more we grow this community of truth seekers and change makers. At the end of the day, this event was about more than speeches. It was about a vision for a better society. It was about putting women and children at the center of national and global conversations. And whether you agree with Ramaphosa or not, whether you trust his promises or not, one thing is clear: no country can move forward if women and children are left behind. That's the truth. So let's watch closely, let's hold leaders accountable, and let's push for real change, not just words. Because a future where women and children thrive is a future where everyone thrives. And with that, thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe right now, hit that bell so you don't miss the next update, and share this video with your friends and family, because this conversation is too important to be ignored. Together, let's keep the fire burning for justice, equality, and real change. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always speak truth to power.